So I was like, after the show, babes, I can't let the wife know, do you know what I mean? Sorry, apologies for that. You are watching Bolivia TV, the weather forecast. It's blue skies and good times here in Bolivia right now, with soaring temperatures throughout the course of the week. It's a great day as well to get out and play some football.
En el campo de juego, para que ustedes lo vivan en vivo y directo. Se lo va a comer al árbitro, se lo comió nomás. Vuela algo, vuela una cosa más.
I'm not gonna lie, it is still sunny, in fairness to me. Yo guys, it is your boy Niran here, and welcome to FTW. This of course is the series where I bring to you the best and more frequently the worst of what football has to offer during the last 7 days. But what's been kicking off in the world this week? Well, it was Freedom Day in the UK. As COVID restrictions were lifted, nightclubs were opened, unless you were unfortunate and were picked up by the NHS app, which meant beautiful scenes on the streets of England. As well as suspicion from the police on my 16th night out in a row.
Name and address now, I'll arrest you.
Right, my name is...
You're under arrest.
But with the Euros over, Italy champions and the world calm in the knowledge that football is coming home in 2022 instead, there's a bit of a void in the footballing world this week. But thankfully, Florentino Perez can always provide enough foolishness to fill it. He's gone from Super League to Super Leagues.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Real Madrid's outspoken president, Florentino Perez, has come under fire this week after a series of leaked voice notes from himself criticising ex-Real Madrid legends. He called Figo a son of a Guti a moron, Cristiano Ronaldo an idiot. Really and truly, I respect the consistency. If you're gonna do it, you might as well go at everybody. If anything, it's a level of equality, really. More impressively even than that, though, this man knows how to record a voice note. The guy's 112 years old. He looks like he still owns a Nokia 3310. Whoever had these voice notes probably had to infrared them over. Son, who's that on the screen? That's you. You're on Insta. I'm the president of Real, not Inter. What is wrong with you, man? And this is what he says about legends. Imagine what he'd say about Eden Hazard. About down the wing. The man's in Burger King, am I right, bro? Alright, why are you filming? There was also leaked comments from Jose Mourinho that he made about then Real Madrid midfielder Mesut Ozil's girlfriend, saying that she had slept with AC Milan squad, Inter squad, and the coaching staff before being with Mesut. That is mad. What's her name, though? Let me just quickly... The coaching staff as well, you know. The head physio at Inter right now is 69 years old, bro. Yeah, I was saying to the physio earlier, obviously, I had my injury. He can probably sort out your ankle as well. Oh, yeah, I'll give her a good seeing too. Yeah, okay, I guess that's fine. Gonna have to really massage it. I mean, ideally, yeah, because that's the physiotherapy you probably need to do. Hey, babe, you know my age is... 69. What's going on here? Just so could someone explain? This would make for an awkward conversation on All or Nothing, wouldn't it? Plus, I just don't understand. Like, what are you trying to say here? Bro, her score on Snapchat is 14.2 million. Okay, you don't want to go there. He probably set up the Real Madrid coaching staff to lay pipe now as well, bringing her to Spain. Probably not the type of assisting Mesut would want to be doing here. Elsewhere and... Oh, for crying out loud. What is wrong with this man? What has possessed him to get a squid haircut? He's coming like a side order right now. This man could be utilised as a cleaning utensil. Look, listen, if it's what he wants, then fairs. I'll allow it as a trim. If he wants to look like a bikini bottom housing estate, then that's calm. On top of that, it's a title for me as well. So that's a positive, I guess. Keep doing your thing, bro. And it's good to see him with his hands around women that aren't members of his family. Never mind, forget about it. At Tottenham, and Heung-min Son has returned for the start of pre-season. And he looks absolutely delighted. Why as Spurs do you even post this when he looks like he'd rather be back in the Korean military? Just get him to walk back in with a smile on his face, not as if he's plotting an escape route home. I wouldn't want to be there if I had to play postcodes from Lithuania in Europe as well, to be fair. They're even playing Chelsea in a pre-season game, and Chelsea are gonna bring the Champions League trophy to display for the friendly in front of Tottenham. Nah, mate, it's a Housery award for the Blues. On the other side of North London, and it's not going much better. Arsenal have cancelled their pre-season tour after a breakout of COVID cases within their staff members. I reckon that's probably the only positive result they've had this summer. I'm suspicious, quite frankly. I think the real reason is that they just couldn't beat Hibs. They just decided to sack it all off. But to be fair, another disrupted pre-season. I think this is a write-off for Arteta now. I say give him another season to prove whether he's really good enough, just to make sure, you know. Arsenal are also busy in the transfer market right now, with the club close to agreeing a £50 million deal for Brighton centre-back Ben White. 50 million Great British pounds.
Did you see what I did there?
It's a scam.
This team is semi-professional, and with Willian's fitness levels, maybe he is as well. There's no way they're completing this deal without getting a fraud alert. You wouldn't download a Ben. This would make him Arsenal's third most expensive player ever. We're gonna have to cross over live to our transfer correspondent for an expert opinion. Fucking shit. To be fair, Ben White is a good centre-back. Like, let's not get it twisted. I understand why they're going for him. He's probably of a better level than Brighton, and I think he'll be very good for Arsenal. But 50 million quid in this climate is pretty criminal. Though I suppose it makes sense because he fills in homegrown nation quotas, so I get it. To be fair, we're actually assuming that he'll even want to join. Will he even want to sign the contract when it's right there in front of him?
I can't do it.
You can! You can do it, you can!
Arsenal are a club in shambles. His dad'll probably run through and take matters into his own hands during the medical. No! Meanwhile... Oh, not again! This man's hair is actually evaporating off his head. Oh, Pierre, what have you even asked for at the barbers for this? Yes, mate, what can I do for you? Bro? Just make me depressed. Over in Tokyo for the Olympics, and there's an interesting sub for Mexico, who appear to be bringing on and bringing off the same player at the same time. Alright, two things. Juan, first of all, you're coming on. I can't believe it. I've waited for this moment my whole life. Representing my country at the Olympics. This is what I'm... Okay, now I'm not gonna lie, the second part might be some bad news for you. And on the women's side, the Netherlands beat Zambia 10-3.
După care Olanda a pus ușor stăpânire pe meci. Ce greșeală! Ce greșeală!
I'm sorry, how does this scoreline happen? How can you be bad enough to concede 10, but good enough to score 3? One of the Zambian players came out in the week and said that they planned and trained and knew how to stop the Netherlands. England's Euro squad have been off enjoying themselves after reaching the nation's first final in over 50 years in its last 7 days. It was an overwhelming success as well, as Harry Maguire hasn't been arrested yet. It looks like they're all having a great time. A lot of team chemistry being built even after the disappointment of the final. Kyle Walker is literally every single one of us abroad. Meanwhile, Tyrone Mings and Wayne Lineker met at one of his nightclubs. The caption genuinely makes me want to end it all. Maybe if you remove that G, it'll apply a bit more to Wayne. In an Insta live from Alphonso Davies, one viewer told him that Luke Shaw was clear. As a Canadian, he didn't really understand the terminology until someone explained it to him.
I just saw one. It's like Luke Shaw is clear. What does that mean? It means he's better. Oh, okay, I get it now. It means he's better. Yeah, I mean, he is a really good player.
EA's latest footballing title, FIFA 22, is going to feature XG, or expected goals, as a metric in the game. I think you might well have lost a customer in XG merchants Brighton and Hove Albion here. Meanwhile, Cameroonian centre-back Joel Matip was bringing the magic to Liverpool's pre-season tour. How does this man do this in training, but look like he needs a hip replacement when he's controlling the ball in a game? I love Joel, to be fair, and speaking of Liverpool players I love, there's reports emerging that captain Jordan Henderson could leave as early as this summer after stalled contract negotiation talks. In my opinion, his leadership is irreplaceable. I cannot believe this is even a discussion. And at 31, this man's not even old, he's not even aging. But more importantly than how he performs out on the pitch, because not only is he a class midfielder midfielder who's extremely useful and critical to the system, is versatile, has played at centre-back and right-back last season as well. But he's an organiser, a born leader, and when he's missing, he's a huge loss. We're a completely different team. How did we look at last season and say that we just don't fling every bit of money we have at him? I know we have the leadership of Virgil van Dijk as well, but with a man who's taken us to our first Premier League in 30 years, a Champions League, Super Cup, and Club World Cup, I honestly think we would be in the mud if we lost Jordan Henderson. And I did not think I would say that 10 years ago. Teams such as Atletico Madrid and PSG are reportedly monitoring his situation. How's he gonna go to La Liga? Well, Newcastle fan got the latest home kit for the new season with Joe Linton on the back and number 9, only for the club to announce 20 minutes later that his number had changed. That's what you get for getting a Joe Linton shirt. Meanwhile, Dominic Calvert-Lewin appears to have stumbled upon a new look online. Gonna be a little bit restrictive when he's going up for aerial challenges, in my opinion. Meanwhile, at the Copa Libertadores, there were feisty scenes, to say the least, between Boca Juniors and Atletico Mineiro. After 2 0-0 draws and a penalty defeat for the Argentinian side, Boca Juniors went out of the competition. However, they felt massively aggrieved due to a few extremely dodgy VAR calls. And after the game, clashed with police in the changing rooms. 8 people from Boca got arrested. Ex-United defender Marcos Rojo picked up a fire extinguisher to scrap somebody. This man's just violent for no reason. If a cat was stuck in a tree and he had to help, he would slide tackle the cat. Code red for Rojo. He's got a fire extinguisher. Do you copy? No, I can't throw it back at him. He'll head it clear. In my opinion, Boca are just still vexed about that pizza that Atletico posted last week. Hello all, and welcome to The Beautiful Game, the segment where we take a look at the poetic and brilliant side of the game that we love. We are back by popular demand for yet more glorious beauty. And that concludes The Beautiful Game. I don't enjoy returning to TikTok after what Robert Lewandowski did to me, but I'm gonna have to this week because Marouane Fellaini's been exposed. I say exposed, he's just trying to chirp a girl online. This TikTok girl shared conversations that they'd had, pictures that he'd sent to her that weren't dodgy, by the way. Okay, I mean, I say that, this is quite a dodgy, this needs investigating, Marouane. But not only that, the fact that he'd actually sent her money. People who expose footballers for chatting to them are actually just stupid, you know. This girl had £27.50 in her bank account before Marouane paid her. And now you've fumbled the bag by exposing him. You could have got more. Yes. Now, over in Italy, and Serie A have announced this week that they're banning the colour green on football kits. And I think it's to combat colour blindness amongst footballers, which I do very much understand. Scottish side Hibs, though, have found a pretty clever workaround for the situation. A kid from the Middle East filmed their dad watching a game on the TV this week, thinking it was a game from real life, but not realising it was actually just a game on PES. You know, Zagreb goalkeeper Dominik Livakovic will want to forget about the last few days.
Uspio to progurati. I jučer je Slaven održao redovitu skupštinu I sada je pogriješio Livaković. Krstanović će zabiti za prednost.
Meanwhile, in a Legends El Clasico game between Real Madrid legends and Barcelona legends, Ronaldinho scored and brought out a very familiar celebration. The fact that this man is 41 and has a criminal record but would still bag 15 per season in La Liga is scary. Now, in a pre-season game between Portsmouth and Bristol City, we have perhaps the greatest story of the week. Portsmouth did not have enough players to field towards the end of the game. I think it was because they had an injury late on. So a youngster from Bristol City had to put on a Portsmouth shirt and make up the numbers for them. It got to the 101st minute of the game, and said Bristol City player playing for Portsmouth, Marley Francois, scored the equalising goal to make it 3-3 at the end. There's reports coming out of Spain that new Real signing, David Alaba, no longer wants to be a defender, which I assume is what they've signed him for, given the fact that Varane and Ramos are both leaving/left. He's just scared of more Florentino Perez leaks. I know what the situation is. Meanwhile, over at Roma, and new manager Jose Mourinho has installed a drone filming system and a big screen so that players can watch their own mistakes in real time. I don't know about you, but I'd be pretty distracted in training if there was a FIFA 21 camera angle screen next to me. Meanwhile, in Qatar... Now though, for the moment you've all been waiting for, because over in Romania, we didn't see anything from the wonderful world of Romania last week, and I do apologise for that, but it is back with a bang this time. Perhaps one of the worst finishes of the entire year. In the Romanian top flight between Gaz Metan and Maiaveni.
Așezată mingea pentru Moura, bună pasa! Oh, Doamne, ce ocazie!
I mean, just keep it down, man. All you got, just put it on target. African football is not failing to disappoint once again, as this linesman loses his bearings slightly. I mean, he's become a right winger halfway through this move. Middlesbrough manager Neil Warnock gave out signed photo cards from a bum bag in pre-season to lucky fans by the sidelines. I love this man. In Denmark, and on the opening day of the Superliga season, Arden scored a winning goal in the 90th minute directly from a corner against Midtjylland. We've got the single greatest celebration ever in Chile. And in the MLS, a translator was sent off from the sidelines by the referee. Vete a la mierda. He said, fuck off. Right, that's it. You're off, geezer. No, I didn't say... he said it. I'm just saying it in English. You don't... Now though, it is time for Still at 0-0, and you guys know the score by now. This is the segment of the show where I bring to you the best of Sunday League and amateur football. And this week, once again, we have got a stereotypical Sunday League piece of action. As a ball is getting cleared away, a late challenge comes steaming in on a wing-back. Having lost his bearings and been down for a while, he's angry, annoyed. He wants to get back at the guy who's just challenged him, but unfortunately doesn't really remember which one it was. On to the weird stuff though now. In Welsh side Connors Key's latest Champions League qualifying game, they were away from home against a side called Alashka and were only able to bring one away fan to the game. Shouts out to this guy for making the journey. I mean, Armenia's a pretty difficult place to get to. I understand the reasoning. On Spanish TV, and Pepe Reina appeared on the Masked Singer program, but the Spanish version, singing in a giant penguin suit. I mean, look, listen. Over in Portugal, and Braga beat Moreirense 4-0 in a pre-season friendly, and one of the Dons on the score sheet, a guy called Roger, who's 15 years old. And finally, there was ridiculous scenes over in the Ghanaian Premier League, where Ashgold beat Inter Allies 7-0 last week. That is already a pretty wild scoreline, but the final two goals of the game appeared to be purposeful own goals from one of the club's defenders. He came onto the pitch and literally ran the ball into his own net. He's since accepted they were on purpose and claims that he was trying to prevent an already bettered for scoreline from happening. The teams have said that they have nothing to do with the situation, but quite clearly there was match fixing going on that this guy was having absolutely none of. That though is going to wrap up football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then feel free to slap a like on the video, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at the official FNG on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.